So, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my updated Blue Eyes deck profile for the post-legendary Duelist White Dragon Abyss. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more updated deck profiles, make sure you guys go on there right now and smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. And first and foremost guys, in this video, if I sound a little bit weird or if I sound a little bit tired, I'd like to apologize for that. I've been working really hard on my studies recently. You know, I got school, and also at the same time, I'm actually very sick. So you know what guys, don't mind me if my voice sounds a little bit raspy in the video, but anyway, nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed this updated list. By the way guys, if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get the brand new Elemental Hero Stratos Times on and Steel playmat. This playmat is called The Return, and you guys probably already know why it's called The Return, because this playmat is based on the return of Elemental Hero Stratos. So if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys go to tsx1.com and get the Return playmat today. I'll leave a link in the description box below, and be sure to use my coupon code TXX10 for 10% off your entire order. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get started with this updated Blue Eyes deck profile for the post-legendary Duelist. Start with the monster, you're going to play, of course, Triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. You're playing a Blue Eyes based deck, so it's very self-explanatory to actually play Triple Blue Eyes White Dragon in a Blue Eyes based deck. Next, you're going to play, of course, Triple Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. You guys don't know what Alternative does. You reveal Blue Eyes in your hand, special summon this card inside the field, and this card has an amazing ability to actually destroy one monster your opponent controls, which is really good. And the really good thing about Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is that this card is not a hard once per turn effect, so you can use cards like Return of the Dragon Lords and, you know, get basically multiple copies of this card on the field. You're actually able to use each and every single one of their effects to destroy a monster on the board. The next monster I'm playing in the deck is, of course, the one Dragon Spirit of White. The reason why you play one Dragon Spirit of White now is because you play the brand new Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. I decided to actually replace the other Dragon Spirit of White for the Solid Dragon. You guys don't know what Dragon Spirit of White does. This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card, and if this card is normal summon or special summon, you basically get to banish a spawn trap card your opponent controls, which is really amazing. Especially in a meta that's just utilizes a lot of floodgates, this card becomes really good against those specific decks, really good against back row heavy decks. But the new card, Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, this card is actually solid. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can target one face-up monster your opponent control, negate its effect. So this card is an effect to be able to unsummon, which is really awesome. And when your opponent activates a card or effect, which is a quick effect, you can shuffle this card from the field into the deck, and if you do, special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. So instead of relying on actually having a Blue Eyes in your hand, this card is actually able to bring out a Blue Eyes directly from the deck, which is really cool. At the same time, it actually helps you dodge any problematic, you know, trap cards that your opponent tries to use on this card. So if your opponent tries to target this card with card effects, things like that, you can just change the effect to basically bounce stuff back to the deck to tag out for a Blue Eyes, which is really good. Especially against a Stretch Trigger matchup, you know, with these cards, it's just really great against that specific matchup against cards like Widow Anchor and also Afterburner, is because when you activate Afterburner, target either of these cards, you can activate their tag out effects to tag them all out to special the Blue Eyes, so that way that they're, you know, Widow Anchor and also cards like the Afterburner won't get their effects to go off. So these cards are really good for that. And I'll explain to you guys this card in depth once I progress through the spells and also through the extra deck. And the really good thing about this card is that it negates the effect forever. It's not a once per turn effect. It doesn't last until the end of the turn. It negates the effect forever. So if you're actually able to bring this card out on your opponent's turn to negate cards like, you know, Firewall, you pretty much just win the duel against that specific matchup. So Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, very good card to actually tag out Blue Eyes directly from the deck. And remember guys, with the White Stone of Ages, can actually get access to this card directly from your deck onto your side of the field if it's sent to the graveyard, which is very awesome as well, because this card is a Blue Eyes monster, which is really good. So one Dragon Spirit of White and one Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. I believe that this is the perfect 1-on-1 ratio. If you guys definitely want to, you know, experiment with playing 2-and-2 or 2-and-1, it's all up to personal preference, but throughout testing, I believe that playing the 1-and-1 is definitely the correct ratio for my own personal preference and build. But it depends on however you guys want to play the deck. Next off, for the Spellcast lineup, you're going to play, of course, Triple Sage Eyes of Blue. This card searches all your level 1 tuners directly from your deck to your hand. And obviously, to accompany the Sage Eyes of Blue, you're going to play, of course, the White Stone Legend, especially, you know, sending it to the graveyard with Melody and things like that. It's just really awesome. At the same time, this card helps unbreak your deck. If you open up this card and trade in, you can normal summon this card, send it to the graveyard for Link Karibo, and then search Blue Eyes directly from your deck to your hand for cards like Trade In, which is very awesome. So the Triple White Stone of Ancients, this card is one of the best toolbox cards in the deck. You guys don't know what White Stone of Ancient does. You're able to manage yourself to, you know, basically recycle back your Blue Eyes directly from your graveyard back into your hand, which is really good. So during the, you know, late and mid game, this card keeps you in the game because you're able to banish this card to add back your alternatives directly from your graveyard back into your hand, or to also add back the blue eyes from your graveyard back into your hand, which is very awesome. So Sage of Eyes of Blue gets you access to these cards directly from your deck to your hand, and the White Stone Ancients can also tutor out Blue Eyes Solid Dragon directly from the deck, which is pretty awesome as well. Next off, for your hand traps, you're going to play, of course, the one Effect Dealer. The reason why you play Effect Dealer is because it's searchable off Sage of Eyes of Blue, which is very awesome. Searchable hand traps are always good in today's metagame. And last but not least, we're going to play, of course, Triple Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, the most versatile hand trap in today's metagame. If you guys want to play Ghost Ogres, you guys go ahead and do so. But I believe that every single deck is format searches, so Ash Blossom is probably the most beneficial hand traps amongst all the other ones, in my personal opinion. Obviously, Ghost Ogre is really good too, but it also sucks against mid-breaker field, so Ash Blossom is probably the best one. So that's pretty much it for the monsters. Let's go off into your spells. Alright guys, and off to the spells. For the spell cards, the best searcher in the deck, Triple Melody of the Awakening Dragons. You guys don't know what this card does. Discard one card, add 2 Blue Eyes directly from your deck to your hand. And this card is the reason why this deck is just super consistent. The next search card that I'm playing in the deck is, of course, the 1 Dragon Shrine. You guys don't know how powerful Dragon Shrine is. And the reason why I relate this card as a search card is because this card is able to dump your dragon, your Blue Eyes to the graveyard, and at the same time, once Blue Eyes is dumped, you basically get to dump another monster to the graveyard, which is really awesome. So this card is a double Foolish Burial, which is really good. You usually dump Blue Eyes or Dragon Spirit White, and then you basically, since you dumped the normal monster, you get to dump the other monster. So let's say you dumped the White Stone Ancients or the White Stone Legend, you dump the White Stone Legend, Legend gets to search you a Blue Eyes directly from your deck to your hand. If you dump the White Stone Ancients, Ancient gets to banish some to add a Blue Eyes directly from graveyard back into your hand. And then last but not least, guys, for your search cards, in the deck that you want to play, the brand new addition to the deck is Triple Bingo Machine. Guys, the amount of, this card was so hard to obtain. You guys saw all my box openings. I opened up 4 boxes, only pulled 1, but I was able to acquire the rest on the weekend. So shout out to people that actually hooked me up with bingo machines. With the release of this card, the consistency of this deck has increased significantly. If you guys do not know what this card does, this card basically reads that reveal 3 cards in your deck that each meets at least one of the criteria listed below. Opponent randomly picks one and adds it to your hand. You basically shuffle the rest back into your deck. So basically, you can add Blue Eyes monsters and 1 spell and trap card that specifically lists the card Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, except for Bingo Machine Go. If you need to see Blue Eyes, you reveal 3 Blue Eyes, okay? Your opponent randomly picked. Your opponent is forced to give you a Blue Eyes because you reveal 3 Blue Eyes. If you want to get alternative dragons to your hand, you can reveal 3 Blue Eyes alternative dragons to your hand. You guys understand what I mean? So basically, this card, a bingo machine, gets you access to these cards faster without having to always rely on, Melody of the Awakening Dragons. This card just overall increases the consistency of the deck to get access to your Blue Eyes faster directly from your deck to your hand. Blue Eyes monster or a spawn trap card that specifically lists a Blue Eyes White Dragon in its name, which is really good. So Bingo Machine, a very, very consistent card for this deck. I'm just glad that this card finally came out in the TCG. I believe that this card is still far more superior in the Chaos Max version because you can search your Chaos form and it just has way more targets than it has in this specific version. Next off, another draw card in the deck, Triple Trade-In. Very good card in the deck, obviously. You guys don't know what Trade-In does. Trade-In's very powerful, man. Draw 2 cards for free. Next off, for your revival spells, you're going to play, of course, Triple Return of the Dragon Lords. Card's really amazing against the, Sketchmaker matchup, especially when they're trying to, afterburner your Blue Eyes. You can just banish this card from the graveyard to protect your Blue Eyes from getting afterburner and things like that. So this card is just really amazing for that. And also for you rise back your Blue Eyes from your graveyard, which is really awesome. And that's a built-in protection effect. For the next revival spell card you want to play in the deck is, of course, 1 Silver's Cry. In the other deck revival that I actually posted, I actually played double copies of this card, which made this deck become a 41 card deck. So I decided just to cut out the second Silver's Cry to actually make this deck exactly a 40 card deck. I'd like to apologize in advance, guys. I didn't make an honest mistake that I said that this card can revive back Solid Dragon. If it could revive back Solid Dragon, that would have been really sick. The reason why I can't revive back Solid Dragon is because Solid Dragon is not treated as a normal monster, so my apologies in advance. But 1 Silver's Cry, definitely more than enough for this specific version. If Solid Dragon was a normal monster in the graveyard, like Dragon Spirit White, I would definitely bump this card up to 2. Playing 40 cards is the correct number. And also in the previous deck profile, there was no trading in the deck, which I don't know how that happened. Trading was in the deck. I just happened to cut it out of the video for some reason because I added the video really, really late. So once I saw that, thank you guys for mentioning it in the comments. Thank you guys for correcting my mistake. I really appreciate that. So 1 Silver's Cry, 1 Monster Reborn. And last but not least, the one Soul Charge to round off for all your revival spells that you're playing in the deck. Obviously, you guys don't know how powerful Soul Charge is. Soul Charge is a game. If you activate Soul Charge, you're more likely just going to win the duel with that game, which is really good. And then last but not least, for our spells, these cards are essentially trap cards in the deck. You're going to play, of course, Double Call by the Grave. This card is actually very, very powerful. Stops your opponent from activating hand traps like Ash Blossom from continuing your plays. And it's also really good against Sky Striker matchup because your opponent is not really relying on actually Ray on going off. So if you're able to banish Ray as soon as possible, you pretty much have a easier matchup against the Sky Striker match. So Call by the Grave is just really good for that, and it's just an overall really good spell card in the deck. And it's also another trap card because you can set it and just use it to disrupt while your opponent's plays. Last but not least, for the trap cards, you'll play, of course, Double Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Bingo Machine can just search this card. What this card does is that target one blue eyes monster you control this turn that face a monster is unaffected by card effects except its own. Be destroyed by battle. Also, any opponent monster in battles is destroyed at the end of the damage step. So it makes all your Blue Eyes monsters unaffected by card effects except its own. It makes your Blue Eyes monster not be able to be destroyed by battle this turn. And at the same time, any monster this Blue Eyes battles, it is automatically destroyed at the end of the damage step. So you just summon Blue Eyes, activate Ultimate Creature of Destruction against anything, and then you pretty much just win the duel. You pretty much just sit on an unstoppable Blue Eyes for that turn. Whenever you normal summon or especially summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, if this card is in the graveyard, you can basically set this card from your graveyard to your side of the field, but banish it once it leaves the field. Especially commonly out this card with Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. If you have Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon in your extra monster zone and you want this card to live, you basically activate the Ultimate Creature of Destruction to target Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon in your extra monster zone, so that way it doesn't get destroyed by battle or also by your opponent card effects or cards effects like Unicorn to bounce this card back to the extra deck, so that way that you can prevent your opponent from linking you, which is pretty awesome. And at the end phase, you can just easily just tutor it out to bring cards like Azure Eyes, which is very, very awesome. And then, on your turn, you just basically go off with your combo plays from there. But Ultimate Creature of Destruction, very powerful card. A searchable trap card which protects your Blue Eyes from any problematic effects or also during the battle phase. It has a similar effect as the Lost Wind. And then last but not least, the the one Skill Drain. You activate Skill Drain and sit on Blue Eyes. So that's pretty much for the main deck. Main deck is 41 cards. You guys can cut out one card if you guys like. You guys can either cut the Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Basically any card that you guys don't like in this specific version. You guys can even cut out the Silver's card if you guys would like. But I'll explain to you guys why Silver's Cry is good in this deck. But anyways, let's go out to your extra deck. Alright guys, after your extra deck, you'll play, of course, Double Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Very self-explanatory to play in the deck. One Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. Really good combo card and extender. Start a Spark Dragon. And last but not least, the one Cloud Castle to revive back any of these bad boys from your graveyard, which is really good. Well, it revives back Azure Eyes and also Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, which is pretty nice. After your XYZs, you'll play, of course, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Number 38, Hope Harbinger, really good against Engage. They activate Engage, you steal their Engage, which is very awesome. Number 95, Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, really good card because you pay costs, which is awesome. So you're gonna send to the graveyard. So you're gonna send the dragons to the graveyard. Anyways, one True King of All Calamities. You can easily make this card with Cloud Castle, and you can just build it up. Using the 2 level 9s to make a rank 9 True King of All Calamities. And then off to your links, you'll play the one link Karibo. For your brick plays, sending the Whitestone Ancients to the grave, and also Whitestone Legend. You use this card combining itself with Cypher Dragon. You go Cypher, stay your opponent's monster. Use Cypher and the monster make this, which is free. Hippo Shinogen, really good card to actually help boost your Blue Eyes because your entire deck is all light and makes Blue Eyes becomes 3,500. Especially with a trap card, makes your Blue Eyes unbeatable. Is number 90, a Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. The card is amazing. Alright guys, side deck is always up to personal preference, but this is what I have for the side. Triple Ghost Ogre going second. Triple Twin Twister against back row decks because we don't like back rows. Double Golden Match and double Rivalry Awards. These cards are really good going first. Light Dragons, you sit on one of these floodgates, you win the duel. Triple Evenly Match because we don't like Sky Strikers. And last but not least, going first, double Mind Crush to round off your side deck. Side deck is always up to personal preference, guys. Use my side deck as a guide to what you guys can play in your own deck. It's all up to, whatever you guys feel like playing, and also depends on what locals or the area you're in. Definitely your side deck is going to change for sure. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up, and it'll be absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys get your Stratos playmat today in the link description box below, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Try these 2 new cards out in the deck. They're really great new additions to the deck. And also obviously the most impossible card to get is Bingo Machine. Try to get access to this card. This card makes the deck super duper consistent. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is your boy Sam from Team SamuraiX1. Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it, like no, this league.